trying to explain my position on why I feel a certain connection with people I've never met, i.e. my relatives of the past, and why I feel that I should cherish their legacy and try and pass on to the next generation, i.e. my daughter and her generation, and obviously kids that come from them, as best and as decent and as most traditional world as I can. Why I feel that position. To try and explain that to the left would be like trying to carry a piano upstairs on your own. It really can't be done. But nevertheless, I'll give it a go. Without the forefathers that I had never met, you know, the generations that went before me that struggled through time, going through a lot more hardship than I ever did, without their hardship and all the rest of it, I wouldn't exist. Simple as that. So I owe them that. They forged the world that I live in, okay? Without them labouring hard on the land, without them producing stuff, without other more intelligent people coming up with the ability to tell the time, to work out where they are in the world, to come up with industry, the likes of Brunel and all the rest of it, everything, all the inventors, and just everybody that came together to build the world that I live in now, I appreciate, I feel thanks for. I have to be honest, the people that went and discovered the new worlds, I kind of wish in some cases they hadn't actually done it, all right? But they did. And I suppose for that, we do have certain things to thank for, like, you know, certain foods and fruits and all the rest of it. And an understanding of maybe like the Egyptians, the Africans, the Indians, and all the rest of it. Whatever. Not my thing, but nevertheless. Now, when I was born in 75, I was born into a world that was still steeped in tradition, culture. We liked the royal family, we liked our bunting, our flags, we liked our celebration. We had a sense of family about us. We understood right from wrong. We understood that if we gave people a load of shit, they generally would hit us, so we didn't. We also understood about obligations, moral obligations, etc. And I think that we failed in teaching the kids of today that thing. But also the left, they have no appreciation of our culture, and we do have one. They don't like our history. They only cherry pick the bad stuff, right? And every country, every culture has bad as well as good. Some more good than others, some more bad than others, obviously. But without the struggle of my forefathers, I wouldn't be here today, right? Without them managing to get through the day and to the next, and then, you know, procreate, whatever, and pass on down the DNA to where I am now. So I feel eternally thankful for that. I'm also very thankful that I was born in England, because I could have been born in the third world and struggled a lot more in life. I'm very lucky for that, okay, but I don't go along with that privilege shite. However, to try and explain this to the left, who want to change everything about the way we live, they want to stamp out our culture, they want to shit all over the white people. I've no idea why, but you can ask people of colour, they'll agree with you there, they understand it. Well, anybody's got a brain, that is. And it seems to be that they're going to pick on us until, well, I've got my theories and I'll keep them to myself. However, what I don't get is how the left don't understand that the obligation is, this is on loan to us, this world. We pass through it, and it's not our job to pass through it like locusts, destroy the place, wreck everything that's been done before, and give to the next generation nothing but a complete madhouse, a shithole with no order, no decency, no moral fibre, no community, no understanding of our history, where we rank in the world within our history, what we did in the world, what we've achieved, and all the great things that make us English, British, Scottish, Welsh, Irish, and even the Europeans. We have a great history. We are intrinsically very good people, all right? Although morally they'll try and tell you otherwise. But it does seem to me that while they're trying to pin on us that we're bad, we're racist, we're homophobic, xenophobic, we're colonialist, pick your buzzword, while they're trying to pin all that on us, it's because they don't like that we actually stand for something good. And we're willing to stick our neck on the block for that, and even go through hardship to maintain that. Whereas they want to be immediately gratified with pleasure, whenever. They're not aligned with much. They don't honour and cherish friendships. They're not loyal very often. And to be honest, they're all about self-serving. And the more degenerate they get means the more dopamine hit they get instantaneously for their degeneracy. And that is the long and the short of it. I mean, these people will do whatever it is that feeds their now. And that is it. They live for now. And this is why they can't understand, because they live for now, the way that we appreciate our history and the way that we think about our future. I think it's an incredibly selfish way that these people live, thinking only of themselves and right now. They don't even think of their kids' future. They don't at all. Because if they did, they simply would not do what they're doing. And they can't understand how we aren't on the same wavelength. We couldn't be. We are simply not that selfish. And I've got to be honest, when I think about the misery that our forefathers went through in the First World War, the Second World War, the Falklands War, the Gulf War, and all the rest of it, all of these different wars they did, rightly or wrongly, because at the end of the day, our troops weren't political. They were told to go and they went. If you ask an old person now, if he could go back and fight the wars then, if he knew then what he knows now, he probably wouldn't have felt so enthusiastic about doing the right thing. But nevertheless, I feel that if we don't try to do our best to keep this country a good, honest, Christian-based country with all its traditions and keep all its history intact and fight off and repel this degenerate wokeism, then we'll be taking an absolute huge dump on the legacy of the forefathers that went before us. So that is my position, roughly. A lot more to it than that, but you'd have to take a lot more time. You get it, and I'm at work. But I just thought I would try and to explain to you lot how I feel. See what you think. Let me know in the comments anyway. I'll see you in a bit.